Hey Taurus, this is Wishko the Ferret. Thanks for hopping into the Ferret Den where we're keeping things warm and we're keeping things cozy. We got a reading for you for April 3rd to the 9th. The only thing to take note of here is that there's a full moon in Libra on the 6th. So if you're curious about how that affects you and your sign, go ahead and check out your favorite astrologer. That'll go fully into the astrological forecast for that cycle. Okay, so other than that, I have a Patreon launching here soon, so go ahead, like and subscribe so you can keep up to date for when that comes out and so you don't miss content from me. Let's just jump right in here. So I'm going to say a little prayer to get me started, and you call in your guides, your angels, your whoever you connect with on the other side. But as always, drop into your heart space. Let the dust spiritually, physically, and emotionally settle around and within you so that you can determine which messages are for you and which messages are for others. Call in whatever light beings you work with. Straight from heaven, source, the highest truth, love, and light. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for surrounding me with a bubble of protection and light. Thank you for really stepping forward to stand guard and to help me. Thank you, Red Dragons, too, for my Fire Dragons, for standing by and protecting me in my space. I really do appreciate when I can connect straight from source, from the highest truth, love, and light. Thank you, Angel Guides. Thank you, Spirit Team, for coming forward to connect me with the energy of Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or whoever happens to be coming across this message at this moment in time is in need of a little something to perk up their week. So for April 3rd to the 9th, please, what do we got going on for our Taurus fam? So I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. There's something here about a vice that Spirit wants to talk about. If you're looking for love, it's possible here. Oh, I've never had, I'm sorry, I have Taurus. I've never had cards shoot out like that before. If you're looking for love, then it's here. You have the Two of Cups. It is reversed though. So, and I think the problem is that you're trying to rush it. There's something here about a happily ever after, this Ten of Cups. It might not be just in reference to love, but this could be for other things as well. I feel like for a section of you, this is related to love. I feel like specifically when I talk about love, these wanted to pop out, so I'll save that for the love message. But I really do feel like those of you who are looking for a happily ever after for whatever it is that you're trying to do, again, it doesn't have to be romance. This could be a dream job or like a dream career or like a dream place of living or like dream set of circumstances that you have for yourself or a dream accomplishment or project that you're working on. This is something that you've been working, you're putting in the work for, but it's going to come at the right place and the right time. And I'm not sure why I'm getting like divine timing for the Ace of Swords, because that's not like the traditional meaning of the card. I do feel like there are some things to uncover before. It's so funny that I say that because my ferret right now is covering himself up. He's making a lot of noise. I don't know if you can hear him. He's covering himself up. The specific noise he's making, he's crawling under the bedding in his cage, and he's really trying to tuck himself underneath the towel. So if you go forcing something, then it's actually going to elude you. So again, try not to force things. The main message here is going slow and steady. Slow and steady is going to help you get to where you want to be in the right divine timing. You don't have to worry about divine timing. That's a spirit thing. They will work that out. They'll work that out with you and for you. But essentially what's happening right now is that you have a lot of options as to like what to pursue here. So with the Eight of Swords, I actually, before we hop into the Seven of Cups, I feel like with the Ace of Swords, there's also epiphanies have an honorable mention. The meaning of epiphanies with this card has an honorable mention because I feel like whatever you desire, it will come to light. So if some of you, I feel like some of you are concerned with where you're going. Or you want to manifest something, you want to manifest some type of emotional fulfillment, but maybe some of you don't quite know what that looks like. For some, like, again, this is for some of you. Take what resonates, leave the rest, as they usually say. But I feel like for some of you who are a bit unclear, Ace of Swords promises clarity. So In the right time, it will become clear to you what you would like to do. But if you're having doubts, or if there are like some clouds in the way, I don't feel like they're dark clouds. I don't feel like it's like negativity or anything, but it does just feel a little foggy as to like what you want to pursue next. Or maybe maybe you know the things that you want, but you're not sure about the right order to peruse them in, or you're not sure what to. I'm hearing like something about the word peruse, like what you don't know what you want to peruse next, basically, or there's like a combination, or maybe you have certain ideals for the future. There's a combination of certain things that you want to practice, but it takes a lot to incorporate it into your current life. So it's hard to do it all at the same time. So Spirit's saying really just take it slow. It's like taking a bite from every single plate before you decide, what am I going to eat first? Some people like to take their whole dinner and they eat their, I'm just going to use the classic American dinner as an example. Like they might take a bite of their mashed potatoes, and they're going to take a bite of their corn, and then they're going to take a bite of their chicken or whatever. But usually what the most common thing is to eat your mashed potatoes first, then eat your corn, then eat your chicken, or whatever the case may be. Just doing all the one thing and then moving on to the next thing. But I guess in life it's very normal to have a lot of options and kind of be overwhelmed with them. And that's what we have with the Seven of Cups here. The Seven of Cups, I feel like this is in relation to your love life, but I feel like this could also be just for anything. There are a lot of different options. I feel like these are situations that you can use to your advantage, is what Spirit is saying with the Seven of Cups. You have a lot that you can work with right now. Maybe it's a little bit overwhelming, and it's kind of putting you into a mode of contemplation. When you could be actively going into something or actively pursuing something, and you're just kind of standing there like, I want to make a choice, because you're trying to figure out what brings you the most fulfillment. Clarity will come. Just try to remember that your path, Spirit really wants to shine light on the fact that your path they're not promising it's going to be completely linear, and that's okay. So, I mean, what do they say? What's that famous phrase? Like, man makes a plan and God laughs, or something like that. And I mean, they said, remember this. They just came through. I just saw one of my guides point a finger and say, remember this. Because things will go off track. Not in a way that that will like frighten you or anything. And this isn't to like have you go, oh man, come on, Wishko. Like I wanted to be perfectly on track, and like I have a plan, and like that's fine. What you're thinking now might not come to fruition because it's not in your great divine plan, because there might have to be certain things that come in to make you feel ready. So Spirit is promising that you're going to be sustained throughout this process. Like this is sustainable. You will be sustained. The only thing is that you have to make sure that you're not too disappointed if things don't perfectly align with your plan, because your plan actually might... I'm getting like balancing issues in terms of like something could be a stress reliever or something could be too stressful. So there's a balance here. They're striking a balance, and there's something here about stress levels that they want me to share. So if you're taking on too much and if you're trying to stick to the plan, it might not actually be good for your soul until you actually live it in the moment. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't know why I did this. I don't know why this was a part of the plan. Like, trust that Spirit is working in your favor. So now we're finally at this Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, you actually have it reversed. And the only reason why and it's not like bad, but they're saying like you're being very careful in your love life, for those of you looking for love, or even for those of you in relationships. And if you're not embodying a careful energy, this message is not for you. But it feels like those of you who are looking for love, or like are in a relationship, it feels like you are in a cautious state right now. There is balance to be had. I feel like this is more towards singles, though. I feel like this message is more towards singles, but it's almost like you're trying to push it, or you're trying to force something, or you're maybe like if you're looking right now, then you're trying to force it. And you're going to meet them at the right time, is all I'm going to say. Again, they're just screaming divine timing right now. So if you're... First of all, they don't want you to risk your safety. They don't want you to risk this. Okay, so this could be like a physical thing. So, and I'm just going to come up with an example. For instance, if you just meet someone, and they're like, oh, I got a motorcycle, and like, you know, I want to, you know, and I mean, like, whatever, your own comfort levels, that's your, but I'm just using this as an example. Let's say like on the first date, they're like, oh, hey, you want to ride on my motorcycle? And some of y'all, like, again, live your life. If this calls to you, then yeah, you can hop on the bike. But some of you might feel like, oh, that's a little bit too much. Like, I don't know if I fully trust you. I didn't even see you ride it yet, blah, blah, blah. So don't risk your safety, or like if you don't feel comfortable with somebody, this could be your like emotional too. It doesn't have to be physical, but Spirit just wants you to make sure that you're not risking yourself. And you're actually heavily protected right now. There's a lot of 1s and 7s on my clock right now. So what I'm showing you is like 1s, it's like 17:07 is the time, and then the temperature outside is apparently 71, which is not true. It's not 71. That needs to be fixed. It's a really old temperature gauge. Really old. But actually, no, that's inside. Oh, they're like a degree off. It is right. Okay, sorry, no. This measures the temperature inside, and then my other thing measures the temperature outside, but it's not working. But anyway, point being, 7, I always viewed 7 as a very powerful angel number for me, and then just 1s with it just make it extra special. I don't know. There's just something like, it just feels like there's angel guides around you at this time. Specifically, 2 of them. It feels like there are 2 angelic presences. Some of you, I'm hearing for a lot of you, 1 or 2. I mean, I don't know. I love hearing about the support. It really feels like, you know, they're here to help you with your love life. Some of them guarantee your safety, and some of them are helping you with your love life. So for those of you looking for love, it's there. But you're being cautious now, but like, really, like, it's like turning your focus onto like your dreams and like your other, like whatever the 7 of Cups is. Some of you could actually be having a lot of options in love. Some of you could actually be going out and dating and finding a lot of options. Sort out how this energy works for you in terms of like what I'm saying, and then applying it. So whatever you have a lot of at this time, really pour your focus into the things that fill you up. And if you're just not ready to look for love yet, then that's okay. Like, you don't have to do it now. It's going to sort itself out in time. This energy, I feel like, is going to sort itself out. But if you focus too much on it, or if you try to force something, then it might not come out the way that you want, and then you might end up not meeting like a person that meshes with your energy well. So, and I had said this too, like when I was talking about love, and the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles and Temperance card came out. And again, you have 2 10s here, which is interesting. And I find it funny because it's almost like the 10, having 1 10 at the beginning of your reading and 1 10 at the end of your tarot cards kind of envisions like, it's kind of telling me that there's like, it feels like there's like an isolated situation, or this is like an isolated cycle. So I feel like this cycle is temporary. I feel like whatever kind of, it feels transitionary kind of. So you're almost starting the transition, and then the 10 of Pentacles kind of marks the end of the transition, or the end of a cycle. So you won't be feeling like this forever if you're feeling like you've been stagnating, or if you're feeling a little bit cloudy right now and you don't feel like things are very clear. That will soon, again, the 10 of Pentacles is marking an end to it. But it seems like you really just want everything. I feel like you're going to get it, and it's divine timing. A lot of this is coming up with a balance issue. This is in terms of, I feel like this is more applicable. I thought this was a love message, specifically because I was talking about love when I was shuffling these cards, but Spirit's kind of telling me to apply it to everything. Temperance card tells me that there's balance. So making sure that you're just making, like, you know, when you're pouring from all of these 7 of Cups, when you're taking from each cup, or from the cups that you want to pursue right now, or peruse right now is what Spirit's saying, make sure that you are pouring just a little bit and checking the weight, because 1 cup on the Temperance card is your cup that you're filling up, and the other cup is what you're giving back to humanity, and like the different tasks that you're taking on. So keeping that energy balance is going to be very important. This is a balancing game with Temperance, and this is also the card of patience, interestingly enough. So being patient and actually waiting for your manifestations to come to fruition is going to help your guides kind of work their magic on the other side. That's going to help them line up things so that you really can experience it in the fullest and the best. The 10 of Pentacles says that you will eventually get what you want. You will eventually get what you want, Taurus. I mean, you're going to have, whatever it is that whatever the complete picture is that you're thinking, the ultimate goal. So like, this is dream fulfilled. This is like, you know, getting that family that you want, or this is, being a part of that community you want to be a part of. This is basically just having it all in the material or in the grounding sense. So having everything in the physical that you would like. That to me just feels like that's what we're working towards here, and Spirit is reassuring you that you will get there. Not by the end of this week, but it feels like things will manifest so they'll start looking up at the end of the week, or they'll start looking up at some point during this week. But you just gotta trust. You just gotta have faith. And expect a message from those of you who feel like that you're not interesting. For those of you who feel like you still have a long way to go, wait on a message from your guides. They're going to be either sending you something through a dream, or they're going to be sending you a sign. Wait for us, is what they're saying. Wait for us to tell you. So at some point this week, expect communication from your guides. If you're like not resonate, if you're like towards the end of the week, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't understand. Work on connecting. Your guides want to share something with you. And they're telling me to share this book that I have over on my bookshelf. Let me go get it. For those of you who are looking to connect with your guides, Ask Your Guides by Sonia Choquette is a very good book. I'm actually in the middle of it right now, or like towards the beginning. I love it. They talk about the different types of guides on the other side. They talk about teacher guides, animal guides, healer guides, your helpers. They talk about angels. They talk about how to connect with them. They talk about archangels, your guardian angel. I mean, it's like a whole intro to these different types of energies that you can work with. So definitely keep that in mind if you would like that for your studies. What's the focus for Taurus this week? Oh, what did I just say? I said your guides are going to reach out to you. So honestly, y'all, I think Taurus, just expect guidance from your guides this week. Guidance. When you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed star to follow. So this is asking you to take trust and faith that there is a divine plan, that you're following this divine flow, even though it feels like you're stagnating and it feels like there's all this cloudy energy around. The dust will clear through this epiphany. I don't know. The Ace of Swords just feels like it's slicing through the clouds and that there's clarity coming forward. So expect communication from your guides. Expect something. If you're not going to be experiencing it through like a clairvoyance or a clairaudience, you will feel it like through your body. I know sometimes I wake up and I feel like through your intuition, like it's going to start telling you what you need to do next. So if you don't experience your guides in a very full way, or you struggle to connect with them, because I know sometimes people have that issue. I know I had that issue at first. And it's not really that much of an issue. Everybody has their own way of connecting. Some people feel their guides in their body through physical sensations. Other times they just feel it in their feelings. They wake up one day and they're like, I don't know why I feel this way, because I didn't feel like this yesterday, but I feel like everything's going to be okay. You probably had a visitation from a guide in your dream, or you probably received some downloads, or I guess is what they call them. They probably received some type of spiritual energy or information that is helping your soul like guide you in the right direction. So your inner guidance, your guides live through you, through your soul, so you will be able to feel them. Guides aren't this external thing. You can feel them through your heart chakra. So oh my goodness, some of you gotta pray. Some of you, and it doesn't need to be a prayer in a religious sense, but you have the miracle of prayer, Archangel Sandalphon. Thank you, Sandalphon, for delivering my prayers to heaven. So if you have been speaking to your guides, they're hearing you. Archangel Sandalphon, the story behind him is that he will take everything that you say, and like what he does is he flies up to, I don't know, like the throne of God, and he like puts it in the form of, he weaves them together, all your prayers, in this wreath, and then sets it at God's feet to handle, and then like deliver it back down to answer the prayer. So this doesn't, again, have to be in a religious sense, whether you connect with God, whether you connect with a source, universe. Essentially, your angels are saying that they want to hear from you more. So if you've been praying, this is a confirmation. If you haven't been praying, they want you to just talk. Prayer is just talking, honestly. Prayer is just going blah, 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 and then just like seeing who's going to listen. But your angels, your guides, they're always listening, and they're trying to make it work for you. So vocalizing your intent, I think, is very important for this cycle. I feel that vocalizing what you want in terms of, for a lot of you who are looking for love, focusing on your, like, voicing out loud what you want for love. Sitting down and having a conversation with them about what you want from love. Like, this doesn't have to be anything particular. 1717. What? 1717. That's cool. Vocalizing what you want is going to help them bring that energy to you. And you don't have to worry about manifesting, like, the wrong relationship or whatever, because I don't think any relationship could be wrong. Usually our body notices red flags before they come into our mind. So oftentimes, you know, I might have to do a video on this at some point. Comment down below if you want to hear about it. And maybe I'll post a video about, like, following your intuition with love, in terms of, like, your love life. Because I've had to learn a lot of lessons about that recently. But when you are actively looking, just make sure that, or like when you're wanting to manifest it, make sure that you are speaking from the heart. So it helps to be simple and basic at first if you've never done it before. Think about how you want to feel. Think about how you want that person to make you feel, because the only way you're going to be able to compound on that manifestation, let's say that somebody walks into your life and they make you feel a certain way, but it's still not a good fit for whatever reason. There's so many other things that just don't vibe with your energy. Then you would like be like, okay, now back to the drawing board. Now let's see what else I can manifest. What did I learn from that last one? It's always going to be, what did I learn, and what can I put out of my energy? This is manifesting for, like, anything. It doesn't have to be love. But oftentimes, sometimes when we vocalize things that we manifest, when we vocalize things and then they manifest, sometimes it's not 100% what we're looking for, because we didn't know before 100% what we wanted. And then when we're manifesting, it was like, oh, okay, so that's awesome. But now I'm going to try to get something better. Okay. And then also, in honor of the moon, the full moon that's coming out in Libra on the 6th, I would like to pull from our Moonology deck to see what kind of energy is present for you at this time in terms of the moon. For Taurus. Ooh. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. You have a lot of divine timing here in this reading. You have a lot of divine timing. I know, like, I hear divine timing and I want to roll my eyes. But so I really feel you there, Taurus. But it's all going to manifest in perfect time. It's all going to manifest. Maybe not in the time that you think, or maybe not the time that you predict or want, but Spirit is trying to weave everything, like, in your best favor there, if that made sense. I don't know if grammatically that made sense, but they want you to kind of zoom out and not focus on too much of kind of what's happening and think, oh my gosh, this is my life now. No, this is temporary. Spirit is really trying to push this forward, that this right now, whatever period this is, whether it's this week or whatever cycle this is, if this cycle is lasting a month for you or however long it's been going on, it's temporary, okay? And it will come to an end, and divine timing will unfold in your life, okay? So Spirit's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You will receive their guidance. You will receive their guidance this week. Work on connecting with them. Take note of your dreams. However it is that you connect with them, whatever rituals you do, definitely speak to them through prayer. Okay, this is going to be like an active spiritual week for you in terms of, like, what you want to manifest. What through the angel dice do we have? Pulling from Angel Numbers by Kyle Gray, 384. Oh my gosh, hang on. What song is that? There's like a song that just popped in my mind. Oh, Immortal, my Immortal, Evanescence. Oh dang. Some of you are singing the song of loneliness here. So forgetting what the song is about for a second, because I feel like there's a feeling that comes with this, and I have to describe the feeling first. What's specifically coming up is the bridge of the song. Well, maybe not the bridge. I've been alone. Yeah. That specific part of the song feels like, although you've put someone behind you, they're still very present in your life. So maybe for some of you, it's a cleansing away of a certain energy that's still present, or maybe you're waiting to like for the end of something, marking the end of something. It's torturous. Whatever this was torturous for you, and there is either it feels like a solid ending, like a physical manifestation for some of you. This is finalizing some type of split that you had with another person. For some of you, this is having or even like still having somebody's stuff. I don't know why that's coming through. Like maybe like an ex or something. This is like an old romantic relationship or something. Maybe you still have somebody's stuff in your house or your apartment or something, and like, you know, it needs to go, but you're just kind of sitting on it. Getting rid of that old energy, clearing it out, is going to help welcome new things in. So definitely sit with it. Sit with your guides and see what they have to say to confirm if that's what you need. But I really feel like Spirit saying, do what you got to do. There's no judgment here. Do what you got to do. That message might be for a specific few of you. So I've got my book upside down. All right, let me read this Angel Knight's message. You are an earth angel, and you are being encouraged to find joy and contentment through service. Be willing to help others. One more time. You are an earth angel, and you are being encouraged to find joy and contentment through service. Be willing to help others. So I feel like for a lot of you, literally just asking your guides, how can I best be of service to others this week? That's going to help channel your manifestation a lot better. For a lot of you looking for less, some of you might have to pull back from it if you're trying to force looking for it. Maybe you're just not ready yet, and that's fine. That's fine, because you might be like busy with other things right now, and that's okay. If you feel like you want to make room, make sure that make sure that you're filling your cup up, because you want to make sure that you're staying balanced while you're dating. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you, Taurus. Thank you so much for hopping into the Ferret Den, and thank you for allowing me to channel your energy. Thank you to your angels and your guides. Thank you to my angels and guides for helping me channel this message. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I'll see you next time.